Okay, good morning. Let us start with today's topic. It is agriculture of lesson 1. We are doing revision part, right? Yesterday, what we did? We did structure of seed and vegetative propagation. Right now, today we are going to start agriculture. Beta, we get so many things from plants and animals, right? Animals gives us milk, eggs, meat, wool, fur, leather, and plants, they also give us so many things. For example, we get fibers, we get cereals, we get wheat, we get rice, means fruits and vegetables to eat. Okay, after this, students, apart from this, what is the meaning of agriculture? Here in this chapter we will be dealing with agriculture only. मीनिंग क्या है एग्रीकल्चर का? बच्चे, एग्रीकल्चर इज द मास प्रोडक्शन ऑफ प्लांट्स. मास प्रोडक्शन means growing. Production means producing. Growing of plants in large amount. Mass means in large number. Mass production means growing of plants in large amount. Ab, for what reason we need to grow the plants? Mass production of plants for food. For food. Basically, we are growing plants for what? For food and other purposes also. It is known as agriculture. What is agriculture? It is the mass production of plants for food and other purposes. Right? So we will be discussing today various activities related to agriculture practice. Right? Which practices are done while doing agriculture, right? So the first and the foremost practice is plowing. So many students pronounce it wrong. It is plowing. When you people talk to me on phone na to ask the meaning, you people pronounce it wrong. Ploughing hai madam, yeah, something else. No, it is plowing. What is the meaning of plowing? Beta, plowing is loosening the soil, right? Soil को ढीला करना, जिसको हम हल जोतना भी बोलते हैं, right? This is plowing. So the function of plowing is it helps to loosen the soil. Soil is made soft and loosened, right? Upside down. Soil is turned upside down and it helps the soil to breathe. Air is allowed to enter, right? Soil loosening is plowing. After plowing, what is done? Next step is manuring. What is manuring? Manuring is adding nutrients to the soil. What is manuring? It is adding nutrients to the soil to make it rich in nutrients, to make the soil more fertile. This is known as manuring, right? To provide nutrients to the soil, manuring is done, right? Is that clear? After this, I am going to repeat again. First of all, what we have to do? Plowing. Plowing is loosening the soil. Manuring is adding manure to the soil to provide nutrients to the soil. Then third step, after manuring, sowing seeds. Sowing seeds means बीज बोना. In Hindi you can say बीज बोना. Raghav, please lower your hand. I will be taking your question in the end. Sowing seeds means beej bona, right? Beta, to sow the seeds, it is very much necessary to sow healthy seeds. The seeds which are unhealthy, they cannot grow into a new plant, right? Sometimes they causes problems, so it is very necessary to know which is healthy seed. Only healthy seeds are sown, right? After this, next process comes irrigation. बच्चे, irrigation means watering the plants. It is not there कि water the plants all the times. No, proper amount of water is provided. Every plant needs different amount of water. That knowledge is very important for every farmer, right? So proper amount of right amount of water at right time, this is known as irrigation, right? Providing the right amount of sufficient amount of water to the plants is known as irrigation. Next is spraying pesticides. What is spraying pesticides? Now, what is the meaning of pesticides? Beta, these are the chemicals that are used to kill the pests, right? These are the chemicals that are used to kill the pests. So after irrigation, pesticide spray is necessary, right? Pesticide spray is necessary so that pests do not attack the crop, right? If pests attack the crop will be destroyed and your whole hard work will go waste, right? Then after this, next step comes harvesting. Beta, harvesting means cutting of crop, जिसको हम कटाई भी बोलते हैं. Up to here, the crop is ready, right? After this, the next step is harvesting. Harvesting is cutting of crop. When the crop is ready, you cut the crop. After cutting, the crop is, the grains are gathered, right? They are collected. And after collecting, these are the agriculture practices, right? This is all done in fields. After this, there are few more steps also, right? Which steps are there? Like after harvesting, you got the grains, दाने मिल गए आपको, you got the cereals. What is done? Now your main purpose is to store that grains, right? To store that grains, and you have to take care that they are not attacked by any kind of pest, like locust, caterpillar, grasshopper. Generally they damage the crops. You might be knowing, where there are cereals, rats also, birds, moles, squirrels, they all attack the grains, right? So it is very much necessary to store the grains at a proper place so that we can protect the crop from these organisms, right? So after storing these grains, they are sent to other places for sale. This is also known as transportation, right? They are sent to other parts of the country, other places, other parts of the state. In this way, we are able to get the food. Is that clear? बच्चे, You might also be knowing when the crop is ready, before cutting. If you have been ever to village, तो आपने देखा होगा there is a scarecrow. Scarecrow. Have you heard of the word scarecrow? What is the meaning of the word scarecrow? बच्चे, this is generally kept by the farmers in the field. इस स्टेप पे scarecrow भी रखते हैं वो. Yes, Smriti, right. It is used to scare the animals and birds. That is why its name is scarecrow. What does they do? They take one piece of wood, or on the top of that wood, what they do? They generally keep one mask and then they cover it with clothes, right? That piece of wood, and it is very scary. Birds, so they don't try to come near it. Other animals, they don't try to come near it, right? So that's why the name scarecrow. Okay, it is scary. From here the name is scarecrow. So after this, harvesting is done, and when crop is gathered, grains are gathered, they are properly stored, right? Hope this is clear to you. After this, our next topic that we are going to do is, what are the factors that affect the growth of a crop? Which factors are affecting the growth of a crop? Let us do. First of all, let me tell you the meaning of crop. बच्चे, in starting of this lecture, we did agriculture. The meaning of agriculture. Now, I am going to tell you what is crop. What is a crop? बच्चे, agriculture was the mass production of plants for food and other purposes, right? And crop is plants of same kind. What is crop? Plants of same kind that are grown in a large scale at a same place during a particular time. Got my points? Plants of same kind that are grown on a large scale. On a large scale, बहुत ज्यादा प्लांट्स ग्रो करना, राइट? एक ही तरह के लार्ज स्केल पे एट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस, उसी एक जगह पे सेम काइंड का ग्रो करना एट अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेस ड्यूरिंग पर्टिकुलर टाइम. During particular time. This is known as crop. For example, I am going to grow wheat. I am going to grow all the plants of wheat at the same place during my fixed time in November, December. Right? Is that clear? That crop is wheat. Fine. Now bete, what affect the development of crops? Which are the factors that affect the growth and development of crops? Basically, there are two main factors, soil and season. You can note down in your book, factors affecting growth and development of a crop. right? Factors affecting growth and development of a crop. First factor is soil and another factor is season, right? Let us discuss one by one both these, how they are affecting. First is soil. बच्चे, you know soil is the most important factor. A particular kind of crop, it grows in that particular kind of soil. For example, rice grows better in loamy soil. Cotton grows better in black soil, right? Wheat needs soil which is rich in humus, alluvial soil. So if we try to grow these crops on some other type of soil, we will not be successful, as crop will not be grown properly. You will not get proper results. There will not be the proper growth of the soil. Is that clear? Now after this, in the same way, jowar and bajra, they are found in sandy soil, in desert soil, right? In Rajasthan, where there is sandy soil. Jowar and bajra, they are mainly grown in sandy soil. Now in the same way, you might have seen tea plants. They are found in Assam, Darjeeling, in these areas, hilly areas, right? Because they need moist soil, चिकनी मिट्टी जिसमें moisture रहे to grow, right? And in the same way, maize plants, they need alluvial soil to grow. Maize plants, they need alluvial soil to grow. After this, coconut trees, they grow in coastal areas. Coastal areas, you know, India's coastal areas is in south, right? So coconut trees, they grow well in coastal areas. Next is season. Next factor is season. बच्चे, how seasons they affect the growth of plant. बच्चे, particular kind of crop, it grow well in particular kind of season. For example, एक छोटी सी example देती हूँ. Wheat, it is grown in November, December, January. It grows well in winter season, right? If we try to grow wheat in April, May, June, July, it will not grow well. In April, so it is the time of harvesting of wheat. Why it does not grow well in June, July and August? Because wheat need winter time. It need winter season to grow properly, right? In the same way, if we want to grow rice in winter season, it will not grow, because rice need more and more water that is provided by monsoons. So it is generally grown in this April, May, June, July, right? So season plays very important role in the development of a crop. Different crops are grown in different seasons. Different types of crops are grown in different seasons. Now based on these seasons, crops are categorized into two types. Based on seasons, crops are categorized into two types. Based on seasons, कहाँ पे लिखूं? चलो, खरीफ crops and rabi crops. Kharif crops and rabi crops. बच्चे, what are kharif crops? Crops that are grown in summer. Crops that are grown in summer, and rabi crops that are grown in winter. right? Crops that are grown in summer, they are known as kharif crops, and crops that are grown in winter, they are known as rabi crops, right? Now summer में कौन सा टाइम होता है समर का? It starts from May, June up to October, right? So the crops which are grown in the months from June to October, they are known as kharif crops. Examples are rice, maize, cotton. Rice, maize and cotton. And the crops which are grown in winter season means from the months of November to April. Winter starts in November. It lasts up to April. So the crops which are grown in this season, they are known as rabi crops. Right? Right, Agrim? Okay, Ji. So which crops are grown in this season? Which crops are known as rabi crops? Wheat, as I already gave you the example. Gram, tea, they are rabi crops. The crops that are grown in summer season, they depend on monsoon rains. As I gave you the example of rice, it depends on monsoon rains, while these rabi crops, they do not depend on monsoon rains. Is that clear? Apart from these two factors, soil and season, for proper growth and development of a crop, the manure and fertilizers, they also play important role. Manure and fertilizers, they also play important role. What role is played by them? They increase the fertility of soil. I use two words, manures and fertilizers. What is the meaning of, what is the difference of manure and fertilizer? As they both increase the fertility of soil, then what is the difference? Bache, manures are natural fertilizers. They are made from dead and decaying plants and animals. Their waste, cow dung, they all are considered as manures. Got it? Let me tell you. I was talking about the word manure. What is manure? A natural fertilizer that is made from animal and plant dead and decay bodies, their waste, cow dung, etc. They improve the fertility of the soil. Another word I am going to use is fertilizers, chemical fertilizers. What is the difference in this? Fertilizers are synthetic substances. They are made of chemicals. They are treated in factories. They are made in factories by using chemicals. They also add fertility to the soil. But they are natural. They are man-made. Right? So what are the examples of fertilizers? Urea, potash, nitrates. These are the examples of fertilizers. All these, they add the fertility to soil. But nowadays, farmers, they are using large amount of fertilizers. So as a result, chemicals are going inside the soil and it is affecting our crop. Chemicals are coming in food also, in fruits also that we are going to eat. That is affecting our health in the long run. So it is advised that these chemicals, fertilizers should be used in limited amount only. More stress should be given on using manure, natural manure, right? As it is providing no harm to the soil. Is that clear to all? Now, with this we have finished the revision of lesson 1. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I am coming to the doubts part. Hurry up, you can ask me. Nishchay is raising the hand. Let me ask. Yes, Nishchay. Diagram from this chapter. Nishchay, diagram from this chapter. Yes, structure of seed, internal external both, germination of seed, यही आपको करवाए गए हैं. ओके ओके जी, थैंक यू निश्चय. आफ्टर दिस नेक्स्ट इज कृतज्ञा. वेयर इज कृतज्ञा? he has raised his hand. Yes, कृतज्ञा. Good morning, कृतज्ञा. What is plowing? Plowing is the process, is the method. Plowing is a agricultural practice, beta. It helps to loosen the soil. Clear? It helps to loosen the soil. Okay, Toish Arora. Yes, Toish. Very good morning. There is lot of disturbance, Toesh. I cannot get you. हाँ जी. That we will see in the last week. Okay, we will be doing the practice next week. Clear, Toesh? हाँ जी. Okay जी. Yes. Now next is Bhavya. Bhavya, your hand was raised. Yes, Bhavya. Okay ji, you can mute yourself. Any other doubt to anyone? Again, Toesh? No. Any doubt? If not, we will be moving to another chapter then. We will be starting with 6th chapter. Revision of 6th chapter. If there is no doubt from the first chapter, then we will be moving to lesson 6, soil erosion and conservation. Chaitanya Mehra, he wants to ask something. Yes, Chaitanya. हाँ जी. हाँ जी, हाँ जी. हाँ. Example urea, potash, superphosphate, nitrates. Right? Okay. After this, Myra. Myra, you want to say something? Good morning, Myra. Soil, beta, particular kind of crop, it grows in particular kind of soil, right? For example, if you want to grow the cotton, it will grow best in black soil, right? If you are going to grow rice, it grows well in loamy soil because it absorbs water, it can hold water. So rice needs more water. Clear? So soil plays important role in the growth of plant. Like in sandy areas in Rajasthan, you cannot grow good amount of cotton and wheat. Here jowar and bajra will be grown. In sandy soil, jowar and bajra are grown. Right, Myra? Okay, beta. After this, let us move to Natansh wants to say something. हाँ जी Natansh. It is scary. The name itself says it is scary. So they are afraid of. Okay. They get scared from that. उनको लगता है some human being is there with a stick in hand and he will hit that bird. So they are scared of scarecrow. Okay. After Natansh, there is turn of Nishchay again. Nishchay. Nishchay, you want to say something? Nishchay? बच्चे मुझे आया नहीं, समझ नहीं आया क्या कह रहे हो आप? Rabi crops जो होती हैं, they are winter crops. They are grown in winter season. So the examples are wheat, gram, pea. Wheat, gram, pea. Gram, pea. Right? Any other doubt? Okay. After this, is there any doubt now? Let us move to lesson 6, soil and its conservation. Radhika, bye. Ma'am, no? Hanji, Mehak want to say something? Yes, Mehak? Hurry up, Mehak. Class is going to over. Yes, Mehak. Good morning. हाँ जी, सुपर फॉस्फेट. हाँ जी.